Hi Virgo, I'm Anisha. To know more about my work, you may visit my website www.tarotbyanisha.com. For those of you who are seeking deeper clarity, be it in your love lives or your career, for a personal consultation, you may write to me at tarotbyanisha@gmail.com. Virgos, welcome to your annual 2021 horoscope. It's another roller coaster ride that we have. The main theme for 2021 Virgos is all about rebellion. It's about rebellion against restriction, against conformity, against structure. We have Uranus that is in a square with Saturn. Uranus has been transiting in Taurus since the last couple of years, and it carries on doing so till about 2021. And then we have Saturn that it's in exactly forming a T with. Now the both the planets are they're there in fixed signs, so it speaks about a lot of rigidity. It speaks about an unwillingness to move, whether we are speaking about freedom of speech, whether we are speaking about being adaptive or adopting newer ideas, newer technologies. Both the sides seem to be holding on to its own ground. Now, Uranus is known as the Great Awakener. He's the wild boy of astrology. He's a planet that brings about a lot of chaos, unpredictability. But along with it, it also rules innovation. It brings about a lot of creativity. It brings about the uncertainty with which maybe stocks go up and they come down. The internet is ruled by the Uranian energy. And then we have Saturn, which is a teacher planet, which is all about conformity, it's about responsibility, it's authority, it's about discipline, about structures, about boundaries. So now both in moderation, of course, are wonderful, but when both these planets form a square, it can bring about a lot of events in our life, especially in 2021, that are there, which can cause their own set of frustrations. So there can be some unemployment issues that we see. There could be some kind of a global unrest, specifically if it has to do with gender parity, if it has to do with racism, if it has to, and I think it's wonderful that people should be raising up their voices and they should be speaking against atrocities that occur. And it in certain cases it also speaks about earth events, so we can expect some earthquakes, some tsunamis, maybe even some riots that could take place. So this specific square, the Saturn and Uranus square, it's considered as a high discord in astrological energy event. And the important thing over here, of course, is that it speaks about freedom against slavery. Slavery, not really in a literal sense, but I would say any kind of an oppression that is there. So it also speaks about a time of radical change and disruption. And overall, it's a great time to be breaking off, letting go of old habit patterns, things that you've forever been stuck into. Maybe you have insecurities, or there are anger issue patterns that are there that you've unable been not been able to break through for the longest. So this is a time where it will give you that window, it will give you that opportunity where you can actually step up, be brave, and let go of things which are not working. It's all right, be it bad relationships, be it like a really bad job scene, wherein that you may feel humiliated, or you could feel that there is nothing more that you can do besides the work that you're doing, which maybe out of fear of not having more confidence on your own ability, you could just be not believing into your own capabilities. So this is a time to be breaking through of the old belief patterns. In certain cases, it also speaks about maybe some belief system that we along the years, or even as children, have sort of adapted from our parents. Maybe our parents have their, which I'm sure is true in a lot of our cases, they have their fears, their prejudices, which get passed on to us directly, and we adopt them without questioning them, because they're coming from our parents, and so it's all right to be not questioning them. But this is the time, the energy, and similarly, so even in close relationships and friendships, you may find that certain friends are people are really toxic over a period of time. People change, and you may just feel that, oh, this is where you're supposed to be, this is where you're supposed to be hanging around with, but you have never maybe thought about making new friends. But this is a time where you need to be letting go of the toxic pattern, of an old habit pattern, and there's literally as if the universe is opening a window and allowing you to make that change. And of course, change is not easy. Growth is never easy. Change is always painful. But the old way of thinking has to give way to the new norm. So it's the deconstruction of the old ideas and it's adopting of the newer, whether they are relationships, whether it is technology, whether it is adopting, newer ways of operating finances. It could be the digital wallet, it could be your cryptocurrencies, it could be everything that is more tech friendly, and our own and opening up our own mind to the newer way of operating. However, in certain cases, of course, that certain fears need to be heeded, so I mean, if you smell something burning in the house, you're not going to be sort of just wish it away and say that I'll just think positive thoughts and it will go away. You do have to get up and you do need to see as to, whether the fire needs to be put off. Similarly, if there are certain cases, where you feel that certain things um, have been toxic in your life, then that is something you need to be recognizing and you need to be acknowledging that as well. Let me break down the month for you. On the 7th of January, we have Mars that moves from your house of work, and it moves into your house of day-to-day chores, and this sort of just frees you up work wise. It gives you the momentum to go ahead and maybe do the work that you're really passionate about. Mars over here, of course, is also speaking about a time wherein that if things have been stuck for a while as far as your work is concerned, maybe they've just been in the plan motion and you've just been um, not been able to move ahead. There's been a period of stagnation. This is the time that you'll find that all the plans start getting implemented for you. We have Uranus that is there in your house of higher mind and spirituality, and this is also the mind house of higher learning. Uh, this is the time, that you will find that maybe there's some amount of digging things from the past that is happening, maybe some old issues that concern your partner, that concern you. There's a lot of almost an investigative list of a pro and con list of what works between us, what does not work. Is this relationship, should I, is it there to stay, is it not there to stay, what do I do with this relationship, where is it that this relationship goes, what value is being added to my life, what value am I adding to the relationship. All of this comes under scrutiny for you. We have Saturn also that is transiting your house of day-to-day chores, and this is also the house of health. So some amount of discipline and I think structure needs to be there as far as your health is concerned, Virgos. Maybe you're doing things about your health, but it just seems to be a temporary sort of a compromise. You just may be working out one day, and for the next 1 week you're not paying any attention to your health. So it's a time to be putting some structure. It's a time to get more disciplined. You may find that your health you may feel slightly limited by your health. There could be something, you could be feeling slightly frustrated as well. You may feel that your health is not allowing you to do the things or maybe live the life to the fullest as much as you want. But Saturn also is a teacher planet. It's trying to teach you to overcome the limitations that are there and not to operate out of frustration. On May the 15th, we have Jupiter that is moving into your house of relationship, and we have Neptune over there. So, Neptune being in your house of marriage, and it's also the house of your business partners as well. It just speaks and indicates a time wherein that you could be really idolizing your partner. Maybe there are certain things that you need to be knowing and you need to be recognizing and seeing in your partner which you're not seeing. The focus, Virgos, for you is to set boundaries, especially in your personal relationships and your work relationships. Try and not take over more work than you can deliver. Also, in your personal relationships, don't try and extend yourself beyond whatever it is that you can manage. Virgos, you're known to be the most non controversial zodiac. You hate arguing or confronting people. Jupiter is going to be coming and expanding its effect. It's going to be making things more hazy for you over here because we have Neptune that is there in your house of marriage and your business relationships. It can be that you get either too carried away without really taking the consequences in mind, or there could be an attitude of that I'll handle with it when I get to it, because Neptune does have a sense of sort of putting a veil over things. You may not be able to see things clearly, or they may seem more positive than they actually are. So ensure whether your business partnerships are there, your personal relationships are there, what is it that you're really signing up for? Try and sort of play the devil's advocate over here. On July 28th, we have Jupiter that moves back into your house of marriage and business relationships, and it stays there for a year. And this is a time again that you will finding yourself doing a pro and a con on your relationship. Maybe there are certain decisions that you need to be taking as far as your personal relationship is concerned. Maybe you have been sort of living in some kind of a bubble where you think that things could carry on in a certain way without the status quo really changing. But this year, especially towards the end of the year, you will find that it is being changed for you. There's not much that you will have to do, Virgo, besides really accept it. So try to stay emotionally strong, stay more financially independent, so that there are no unpleasant or sudden surprises, things that you may be thinking, maybe there's something been there, maybe something has not been working in your relationship or even at your work or at your job, and you have sort of known it, that it's not something that you can carry on for a long time, but you may have been sort of hoping against hope that it's fine, I'll carry on, I'll see, when I get to that bridge, I'll cross it then. But it could be that by end of the year, the other person takes that decision for you and says, that either we do something about this or just let it be, or some decision gets taken by you. On May the 29th, we have a lunar eclipse that is there in your house of home, and this is a place which is a house which is ruled by Cancer, which speaks about your mother, and this also speaks about your own emotional connectedness to the place where you stay, which you share with other people. So something could be again coming to an end. I do see some of you changing homes, or maybe the house structure gets changed. Maybe there's a short period of separation, someone moves out, maybe your partner moves out, maybe your parent or your mother comes in to stay with you, maybe you go and you stay with your parents for a while. So there is some amount of a change that is indicated at home. It could be for some of you, you could be buying or selling a house, you could be renovating your house. There is some amount of an action, some amount of a redoing that seems to be indicated at your home. On June the 10th, we have a solar eclipse that is there in your house of career. So for some of you, it does indicate that there's a new job opportunity. It's definitely worth your time to be looking and exploring at a newer ways of earning money, something which is very close to your heart, something that you're really passionate about. You may find yourself moving towards that, and you may turn it into a full-time career for yourself. On November the 19th, we have a lunar eclipse that is there in your house of higher mind and spirituality. And then on December the 4th, we have a solar eclipse that is there in your house of home. So again, it's speaking about Maybe for some of you, it's like a closing of a chapter, something more of an acceptance. I would say not because of resignation, but because you have a deeper understanding about it right now. Maybe your mind now has accepted because it understands more through the experiences you may have had in the last 2 3 years about what your current situation is. And I think spiritually also you seem to be in a very good place, Virgos. I think there is a lot of connectedness with the higher self that is there. For a lot of you, you would want to deepen your practice, you would want to deepen your faith. So you may find yourself being attracted to either reading more or learning more or wanting to know more about your faith or spirituality or whatever it is that you will practice and that will give you a lot of solace. There is also an indication about maybe some either adopting of a new pet or maybe a new staff or someone that comes gets added to the house. In certain cases, for some of you, it does indicate physically moving to another city. Some of you could be moving to another house, you could be setting another base, it could be a home away from home, it could be a second home. So a lot of time towards the end of the year goes towards managing that. Throughout 2021 we have Mercury retrogrades. Of course, how can we have a year without Mercury retrogrades? And they are going to be there this year, all in air signs. So anything that has to do with communication, it has to do with written or spoken, whether it has to do with technology or with electronics, ensure that whenever the retrograde, specifically because it is there in the air signs, which does rule all of these things naturally, that you're more careful about what is it that you say, whether you are hurtful or whether you're being understood very clearly about what is it that you're speaking. Virgos, for you, the entire 2021, I think it's a year of sort of pulling the veil out of from your eyes. It's looking at your relationships for what they really are, and some of it may be very painful, but then change is required, and growth often is it is painful. It is not. It's not easy to change, and growing personal growth often does not come easy, but you need to be flexible, you need to be all embracing of it, and you need to be very brave. You need to be pulling that strength from inside you and embracing the change. And it's not as if something really bad or drastic is going to be happening, but whether at times even changing our homes, that can mean like a big change for us, leaving our old friends behind, a familiar place where we the community where we are. So being joyous about the new that is yet to unfold, I think that's extremely critical. And also looking at your work relationships, trying not to overextend yourself, and even sort of promising more than you can deliver. So keep your health in mind. Ensure that you stay disciplined, that there's a structure around your day-to-day work. There's a structure around your health, around your exercise regime, around your diet, and ensure that you're there to welcome the new. You know, bring the courage forth. It's been a pleasure speaking with you, Virgos. I'll see you again soon, and thank you so much for watching.